Welcome to another edition of Endgame Crypto AMA. I am Enrique Barreto, and with me, I have my co host, Mara Rivera. And we also have Staff Sergeant David Murray of SNAFU. He actually created this token, he runs the company, he's fully doxxed. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing all right.
All
And
right.
I just wanted to say it's Murray.
Oh, well,
Murray.
thanks for correcting. Correct me as much as you can, brother. That's how it is because that's how it works in this show. Um, we, as you know, we do different shows at Voyager Media Group, obviously, which is the parent company that we run. We have Endgame Crypto, we have Tokens and Tacos, and we did a review of your token where we were, we believe in visions. We believe in projects that are in the from a tokens perspective that have a purpose. There's plenty of talk. I think there's over 3,000 alternative coins that come out every single day that have no meaning other than somebody wants to get rich quick or whatnot. This to me hit home, and this is where we reach out to you. We wanted to make sure that we got you into the show to explain more about something that we believe. We're always eternally grateful to what the military has done for giving us our freedom within the United States and other militaries around the world. So I want to kind of get things started to tell us a little bit about the project, the vision. How do you came up with this idea? Because to me, charitable contribution is extremely important to me and to the entire team here at Endgame Crypto. But walk us through that process. That's it. That history of how did it all started, man?
Well, I mean, the term snafu actually, I mean, you hear it. There's different, there's different sayings and stuff like that, but you hear snafu actually stands for situation normal and all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Or after I don't know if I can swear on here, but
Of course you can.
You can.
but like I said, I mean, that's a term that you hear a lot, especially it's just when you know stuff is just stupid. It's just like you know patrolling through the patrolling through the tree line at Camp Lejeune, done it millions of times, but you're still doing it. You know. Or you're patrolling through Camp Lejeune. If a lot of people, some people know what Camp Lejeune is. It's in North Carolina. Humidity is crazy there and stuff like that. And you're pounding water and stuff like that, and everyone's like dehydrated. Next thing you know, you're damn near hacking trees away just to get out of there. And it's just so it's pretty much what I'm just trying to say. It's pretty much a term you use when everything's normal and it's fucked up at the same time.
Well,
It
and it's funny, right? Because when I was I I always knew about what snafu, the acronym, well, the moniker meant, right? Hey, there's a snafu. But to be truly honest and transparent, when you described it in your website, the situation normal, all fucked up, right?
mhm.
Me, that it hit home, right? Because I remember me reading your white papers, your website, and I'm looking, it's like, man, this is so true on everything that we do in our world. It doesn't,
Yeah.
it's true on everything that we do because the world is typically throwing curveballs at us, and that's where it's like it all depends about the amount of work, the curveballs that we get, that we start saying, "Hey, everything is fucked up." So,
Mhm.
but that's kind of neat. Now, that was there, you know, when so you're dealing with this. What initiated the idea? Like, were you have you been in crypto for a long time? That you said you got with a bunch. I know that you're obviously your docs, but from a team's perspective, was it a consortium of individuals that basically sat down and said, you know what, we should do this? How did it all started? Was it over beers? Was it over drinks? Like, what was it?
All right. Well, all right. Let me give you a little bit about myself real quick. All
Hmm.
right. Um, I'm 39 years old right now. I graduated in high school in 2001. So right out of high school, I went into the Marine Corps. I already knew I didn't want to go to college. grades weren't, I didn't put much effort towards grades. I did sports and stuff like that, friends, girlfriends, doing that thing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And my grandpa Lip, he was in the Marine Corps, which I didn't know he was until he passed away. But
Ooh.
at the same time, it was kind of weird because I wanted to go in. So that's a little different. But anyways, so I went in. You know, I did about 12 years together. I did about 4 years, 4 or 5 years with Second Battalion, Eighth Marines. Say about 2 years with First Battalion, Sixth Marines. I did about 3 to 4, close to 4 years in SOI or ITB, Infantry Training Battalion, and I've seen a lot of stuff. For combat deployments to Iraq, to Afghanistan. So
Mhm.
just pretty much, I've seen a lot of stuff like a lot of veterans do when they, um, deploy into that type of environment. Um, and well, it came to my last deployment. I guess when it came to my last deployment, everything was fine. Like about the first month being back, then just everything got, it's just
SNAFU.
changed. I didn't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
But my ex, it was affecting her and affecting my kids or kids, marriage and all that. And it was downhill from there. And
You
and
know,
so pretty much. Anyways, it's been a rocky road, bumpy road. You know, I went to drinking pretty bad. I met my new wife. She was able to pick me up, keep me up where I was able to continue throughout the days. But drinking kept on getting worse and worse and worse, and it was to a point where I was getting arrested. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a field mechanic, so I travel a lot. I ended up getting arrested just because I wanted another drink, so I went back to the bar.
Mhm.
So
mm-hmm.
after I got arrested and stuff like that, it was like a low point for me. And got out, almost lost my marriage, my kids, family, job. I mean, you can get a job
Mhm.
anywhere, especially in my field. But family is the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And being locked up for something so fucking stupid, it was just my low point. And then so my wife came down, bailed me out, and that was 3 hour drive back to the house. It was anyways. Um, you know, 2 days later, my other two kids came down to New York, and I decided to check myself into rehab. And while I was in rehab, I was dipping, into crypto for about year and a half,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's just, I decided if I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna do this journey and be sober, which I have, August 3rd will be 4 months. I want to try to give back while I'm doing it, and the it's not just to help the veterans out, but it's also helped me to help myself out, keep me busy. If I'm not working, for example, I'm in a hotel room by myself, isolated. Usually before, I'll be drinking a 6 pack of beer, probably having a couple shots of Jack or some shit like that. I
Mhm.
haven't. I've been doing it for 2, 3 weeks now,
That's
and I haven't even thought about it. And I think what it is just what I'm trying to do, and
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to, accomplish. And so what I'm trying to do with the whole snafu is, honestly, have three phases. Honestly, the first phase is donations to charities that help veterans. It can be any charity, and it's going to be decided by the community. It can be, for example, it could be a charity like, say, Operational Finally Home, where they build houses uh, for for veterans that have a mental or physical disability that was not caused, but what happened during service time connected,
Hmm. I
service connected.
understand. Yep.
Um, you could even be, I mean, I'm sure you guys heard about all these walks and charity walks going around. I mean, those are nonprofit organizations. They can, they take donations. Could be that. Um, I reached out. For example, I reached out to a lot of you know, I changed things up a little bit instead of like shielding, be like, 4% here, 4% here, get in, wow now, Jim. I actually decided to write a little paragraph of what I'm trying to do, and I just went ahead and I just pretty much posted in every group I know of, and I even posted in some veterans groups. One of them was a um, Vets for Vets, I believe it is, and they mentioned that there's a place down close to here, to be honest, where they donate um, automobiles and stuff like that, or some that have to have a wheelchair, or for them to get around. So, but just anyway, so the first phase is it's just giving back to charities. I don't think there's enough charities out there to support all the veterans and the problems we have. But as long as we can do it one day at a time, it's going to make a difference. And if SNAFU can come in and help out with wounded warriors, um, military finance, that's one. That's another token, um, and just help out, you know, combine our efforts. Like I said, even though there's a lot of veterans out there, it could do a lot of good. Um, that's the first phase. The second phase, what I plan on doing, like I said, it's geared towards veterans. There's a lot of veteran-owned businesses out there. They don't get a lot of traction. They don't have um, the finances for marketing and stuff like that. And so, I would like to try to make a sort of like a global platform where they can list their merchandise, and SNAFU could be the currency for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's phase two, and honest phase three is I would like to be able to have SNAFU directly work with veterans, um, for the ones that do not get accepted, I guess, because they got to apply, meet certain requirements and stuff like that. And I think it would help out a lot if you can work directly with the veterans, um, especially the ones that don't meet all the requirements to
Mhm.
receive that charity donation.
I have a couple of questions actually.
Sure.
First of all, Staff Sergeant Murray, thank you so much for sharing your story. That's it's radically transparent and it's super important. And when you were talking about snafu in the beginning and what it meant, like it's on your website, and you were describing just being in Lejeune, like it's like the same thing over and over again, but just fucked up in a certain way.
Yeah.
And then you tell your story about coming home from the military. Now I get it. Now I really, really understand that, folks that are coming home from the military and transitioning back into their normal lives is challenging. And folks talk about it, set up charities about it, but not a lot of people do enough about it. So what I'm hearing from you is that you've created SNAFU to be that vehicle to directly support veterans, whether it's in their businesses, whether it's through donations to charity or one-on-one, which I think is super actionable and really, really, really amazing. And I hear your 3 phases uh, completely thought out. When it comes to, and we know with your 3 phases, we know exactly how you're going to support your community and what this token is going to provide. Now, we all know that having marketing strategies improves a project's visibility, as well as the allure for folks to come in and invest. Have you thought what particular marketing strategies you want to implement?
Um, uh, um, Before I answer that, that's one thing I wanted to say, which I don't think a lot of people understand when it comes to veterans too, is um, I'm sorry that I backtrack a little bit. It's something I missed.
No, it's okay.
Um, when you're in the military, you're with that person. You have that friend, you have that best friend, he's a damn near brother, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and you know everything about each other. Okay. And you make all these friends and all these brothers and so forth, but in the long term, after everything's done and everyone EAS's end of active service, everyone goes their separate ways. So that brother goes to California, you're going up to New York, Steve's going down to Florida, and you don't have that
Support.
the strength that you
Mm-hmm.
guys build, sport strength. So what tends to happen is what I've seen a lot. What I've seen a lot was there's some people tend to go downhill
Mm-hmm.
um, due to um, life altering events, I guess you could say, that puts them into a state of depression, and they don't. And this is how I feel. I mean, honestly, it's opinions, but it's just puts them in a state of depression where can't recover from it, and they're so used to have someone there next to them. It just doesn't help it. I mean, a phone call is a phone call and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
you know, being physically there is a lot more important, I guess you could say. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up. With some of the problems, I guess you can say. And I guess, since I brought that up, and sometimes I was thinking about just doing this whole thing is, when it comes, for example, say all my 2A guys, see if we can, SNAFU would be able to get them all together in one place, and so they all. Okay, sorry,
It's
No,
all good.
but
This, folks,
but
this is these are the conversations we need to be having in this world and with these projects, like really getting into the nitty gritty of what this is bringing to the community. So here we have a token that can help veterans from a financial support perspective, an emotional support perspective. And when I walked into the room and I first met Staff Sergeant Murray, I said, yes, Veterans Affairs. And he corrected me very quickly. He said, no, direct support to veterans.
Mhm.
And I think that that's what is the strong word here. I don't know. Do we have the links to the Instagram and the up that we could show? We want to get this project as much support as possible. When it comes to, like, marketing is a very, very tricky thing. And you know, this token and this project is for our community, and it would behoove us as a community in general to support marketing this token, and to really get in there and get on that Telegram and check out the website, get on their Instagram, comment, interact, you know, tell five to tell five, share with friends, because we can only do this together.
Mhm.
We can't, you know, they can't do it on their own. They can't, none of us can raise a project like this on our own. And I think that it benefits us, our history, our patrimony, our country, so much that it would behoove all of us to get involved. So whether you're buying a token, shilling a website, or talking some smack on the Telegram, like, you are
Mhm.
needed here, because this is for your neighbor, for your uncle, for your aunt, you know, for that cute family across the street.
Yeah.
So think about that.
That's exactly right. That's right. I'll make sure that I add those links into this video for sure. Um, so, Dave, let me ask you this: for investors or the hodlers, right, of SNAFU, right? Can you tell us if there's any rewards or benefits to holding the SNAFU token?
Well, one of the benefits is you know, when it comes to the tax and everything like that, they hold a token. They get every transaction. You get 4% from it that goes towards them for holding.
Okay.
And
That's a great reflection.
I
That's a
mean,
great
uh, I mean, that's pretty much the benefit of it. What I was trying to also is going to looking at, like, I'm looking into, you know, for the ones that do hold and that don't sell, probably looking to, like, doing some type of rewards, no rewards or giveaways. It's not so much of you know, like the token itself, but you know, like you know, AirPods or something like that.
Mhm.
Um, Something that we can put it on the community together and be like, all right, well, you know, here's 5 things you know, I want to do, put it in a poll, let them decide what they want. And then, and honestly, you know, month, 2 months, whatever, you know, whoever has is holding the longest and so forth, you know, obviously gets it. Obviously, you got first, second, third place. I mean, obviously, you can buy more tokens, you just can't sell.
Sure, 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 sure. No, I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. What?
So I don't know if that answers your
No,
question,
it
but
does. It does. It does. It surely does. I mean, and there's no doubt that it does for sure. Now, um, obviously, you've shared a lot already in the beginning, right? You've shared about the mission. You shared about the struggles from a veteran's perspective. You've shared, a little bit about the marketing ideas that you're trying to accomplish, all that kind of stuff, right? Let me ask you this. And Mara, I know that you probably have this question as well. I know, Mara, you like to ask about the significant challenge. So maybe I'll just let you ask that question.
So far, like, what are the significant challenges in SNAFU, and what is your plan to correct them? Just 3 challenges you may be having and 3 ideas
yeah,
to fix them.
I think one of the biggest challenges I have, well, there's 2 of them, is the marketing. Um, you know, I didn't do no private sales. I didn't do pre-sales. Everything just, you know, I paid for the website. I put my own money into LP and I locked it for a year. Um, and so so pretty much one of the major challenge is the marketing. The reason why is because mistake of my own, but you know, I thought we would be a little bit more higher than where we're at right now, and we're not having enough volume. And so, you know, if I do pull the funds for marketing, which is, you know, selling, you know, tokens,
Hmm.
it drops honestly takes away from the LP and puts a price impact on there. And let's be honest here. When it comes to marketing, any type of crypto marketing, it's it's very expensive.
Hmm.
It's, I mean, it helps out a lot, but at the same time, you know, it's expensive, and I kind of left out. I guess we're at a kind of like a wall, I guess you could say, and a lot of people sold after, obviously after that first pump, which a lot of tokens don't make it after, but we're still here,
Hmm.
and but I guess we got selected for one of those pump channels, and the guy came in and stuff like that, and he's like, "Oh, you've been selected for pump," and I'm like,
Oh
"No
wow!
way."
So you
I'm
so
like, then I pulled my phone out. I'm like watching. I'm like, yeah. So I grabbed some funds and I put them in some put them in some of the KuCoin ads, and those helped out a lot. And another thing that was an issue was just the when it comes to the graphics and stuff like that. They people want, like I said, a lot of money, and you know so then, and on this, there's been a couple guys we're working with right now. He knows who I'm talking about. The guys from Canada. He's helped out a lot, and our boot coin ads are fantastic. So uh, there's actually a couple people uh, in that group that help out a lot, and I thank them for it. And other than that, well, anyways, so the marketing's a big thing. So I'm working on that. I'm not gonna lie. I hope this picks it up a little bit. But
oh,
um,
pick up. You can
and then the other thing is, I guess you can say, going against the hype coins. I mean, that's what people want. They want to, you get on Facebook and stuff like that. They don't ask what's a
Mhm.
good utility coin to put money into. What's a good project? And all you see is when's the next baby cake junior
win Lambo, right? Everybody
win
wants to
Lambo and stuff
win
like that. And and you see us on a chart and stuff like that. We're still down there, and we got our holders steady, diamond hands, and all that. True supporters right now, and I give them props and I thank them. But then you pull up a coin that just that just launched 2 days ago, and it's already having a 5 million market cap. I mean, so you know it it's it's just, I mean, it's the hate coins. It's what people want right now, and that's what's going, and that's what's making them money. And hopefully, when people do see this and so forth, they do understand that it is a true purpose and it is genuine. And even though it's not taking no hype, and it's not mooning, I guess you could call it. I mean, you just take $5 and put it in there and just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Especially where it's at right now. You buy $5, you leave it, forget about it. And if it goes up, I mean $5. I mean $5 gets you, maybe about a billion coins. And you just leave it and say you invest. I did this, and SNAFU will be up there and be like the whole Doge thing, I guess you could say, where you put like, yeah, $5 in that one time, and all of a sudden Doge takes off, and they're like, oh my god, it could be something like that. But just hopefully, they say there's actual genuine purpose behind this, and we are helping the veterans out, and I do hope that they're in other countries, so forth, they do the same. Because it's not just the veterans in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got other countries, and the veterans have the same issues. They've been in the same place that we have: Iraq, Afghanistan. It's so hopefully this is a motivation to, instead of, hey, let's make that next little mini Doge. Let's do something to put towards the veterans and or first responders and stuff like that. So.
No, I agree. I mean, when you look at obviously, as you know, and the audience knows, obviously we're the founders of Voyeur, right? And we have our own token. Our tokenomics are 6% tax, right? You have 2% for liquidity pool, 2% for reflection, 1% to run the company,
Mhm.
salaries, marketing, all that, and then 1% for charitable organizations. When myself, Dave, as well as Brandon, which are the founders of Voyeur, started, for us, charitable was super important because, to your point, and this is just my personal opinion of the world of crypto, right? Everyone wants that quick get rich quick, right?
Yep.
Everybody wants to aspire to that. Some people just even are willing to be part of a rug pool just to try to get that get rich quick.
Yep.
But the reality is that when you have a utility token, if it doesn't have a good purpose and you're able to show with the actions that it's a good purpose, sometimes people don't gravitas to it. So
Mhm.
I'm in this world to change that. And this is why I believe in SNAFU. And this is why I personally were working with your organization to make sure that we're promoting this. Because at the end of the day, this is going to do a lot of whole. Yes. Are we all for profit? Of course we are. We're all for profit. But
Mhm.
if I'm able to actually take some of the contributions from that to help others in
Mhm.
need and validate that it's been done, you know what? I'm all for it. Now,
Yeah.
the rest of the world might be, hey, I'm only in it for myself. Well, you know what? It is what it is. You don't have to invest on that. But I'm sure that within our networks, within Ingrain Crypto, Token and Tacos, just the entire Voyager Media Group, this is a project that I'm personally sponsoring. So I'm going to ask you the last question, and after that, we'll just end the show. But what is the end game for SNAFU? And and what I mean by that is, what is your ultimate vision for Vision, the end game for SNAFU, in such a way that it gives some parting thoughts for the audience that want to invest or might want to invest. We're going to be touching over 100,000 followers. We're going to publish this.
Well,
What is that?
um, well, it's just like we've been talking about, just straight up, Um, my story is not as bad as as other individuals, but and some hide it, and some hide it.
Mhm.
But it's just the end game in SNAFU is to help the veterans out one day at a time. That's what it is. It's the one just to help out, do what we can, pay it forward, and helping that one veteran out. You know, paying a year's mortgage on it. Maybe that veteran will help out another veteran, help out another veteran. For example, see a homeless veteran on the street. Let's pick him up and take him to a shelter. Just don't, but and but plus that, and just like I said before, help one day at a time, but also the end game for SNAFU is to be a charity organization where we can help veterans directly without giving donations to charities.
Love
Cutting
it.
out the middleman.
That's I mean that's the end game. That's what I want. That's what I foresee. Honestly, it's going to be a road. There's going to be a lot of planning. We're still in phase one. Uh, but with the support, support of everyone, support of you guys, everyone that's been helping out right now, that's something that I can see happening. And you know, by doing that, by SNAFU doing this and starting it up, um, I believe it will definitely make a difference. And I can see it. I can see SNAFU as a charity, nonprofit charity organization.
I personally see it. This is why I definitely want to be involved close into this project, because ultimately it's about karma. I'm able to actually give to others. To me, if when I die, I'm not gonna take anything that I made to the grave. Basically, if anything, is just my tattoo and about it. That's about it. But if I can be able to actually be reciprocal for others to ensure that that they're taken care of, because I've been blessed with a lot of things, then that to me is what's important. So I gotta say, Staff Surgeon David Murphy, thank you so much for being here today.
Murray.
Murray,
I think you said
Murray.
Murphy this
Murray,
time.
You did do it to Murray.
Murray. All right.
To be honest, I get that. I get that a lot. Some people don't say the A and just say Murray or something like that. I've called Murphy multiple
You know what
times.
happens? I mean, I know that we talked about haircuts and all that kind of stuff. So you start getting old. It's like, oh, senor, I can't read very well some stuff, man. But thank you so
Yeah.
much for being here and
Hey,
giving the opportunity to talk.
hey, so real quick, has your wife ever called you Mr. Clean before?
Oh, I have a shirt called Mr. Clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just real quick, but I was mopping and everything, just help cleaning the house, and she's sitting on the couch on her phone. Honestly, she got the little Snapchat and stuff out, and she's videotaping me, and she's like, "Hey, Mr. Clean."
Oh, so what you're saying is that your wife is gonna get us the video so we can plug that into the look.
Yeah.
I'm a graphic department team. I'll plug it in. I'll put it in.
Your wife is epic.
Yeah,
Epic. I would have done the same thing.
she's pretty cool sometimes, but don't. I mean, honestly, you should probably see
She's
this, but
listening. You're cool 100% of the time, not sometimes.
99.9.
I think all wives are like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
wouldn't know I don't have one.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. I don't know.
And I'm not one, so I just thought I'd throw that out there.
But also, I wanted to thank you guys too. For doing this. It does mean a lot, and the first time and so forth. I'm like, oh man, I got to do this, and then I'm like, maybe down the future and stuff like that. And you guys reached out again, and I'm like, all right, well, man, once again, I thank you guys. I really do. I like to keep working with you guys.
Yeah, listen, you got a friend in all of us, man. So you have access to my phone. Obviously I'm docs as well, so you have access to my phone. Whatever you need. Like I said, this is a project that I'm personally going to be sponsoring and helping out. So that's the way that I see it. So on behalf of the entire team, obviously from an Endgame crypto perspective, thank you so much for being here. We'll put all the collaterals for the project into the YouTube channel and all the social media. But until then, thank you so much. Have a great time, everyone.
Bye.